I'm meant to be in America.
Half tights are the best in the game. Very valuable lesson.
More than 4 thinking, changing our Friday night class.
Hello, and welcome to a day in my life. I've just got home from coaching all morning at the Bayfair HQ, and now I'm cooking myself some breakfast. Oof. It is Friday morning, and this week I'm meant to be in America, but I'm not. I might even put some clips in of part of my trip because I was vlogging my travel to America for the start of the America vlog, but that didn't end up going to plan.
So, meant to fly to Pittsburgh for the Pittsburgh Marathon with BPN. We start flying there. We get like 4 hours in. 4 hours in, someone's having like heart problems. So there's an emergency landing. They turn around and they go back to New Zealand. We land in New Zealand. All the medics come on board. There's like firefighters, ambulance, doctors all come, like rush onto the plane. Then the guy gets his treatment. He ends up walking off the plane. Looks like okay, which is good. Obviously, it's out of his control. I'm not upset with like the airline or him or anyone. That's just like what they had to do for his safety. But then we waited on the tarmac in New Zealand for like 5 hours, which was just like crazy. They like obviously took like an hour for the guy to get treatment and then get off, and then took like an hour for them to fuel, and then the 3 hours like in between they were like trying to figure out what they were going to do, where they were going to go. The first option was to go to LA, but then it was going to take too long to get there, and the staff can only work a set amount of hours, so that one got cancelled off first. The second option was to go to Honolulu, like Hawaii, and then go from Honolulu to LA from there. But then because we waited on the tarmac for so long, that was a bad option. Then New Zealand, if we couldn't get off the plane in New Zealand because like they're like super strict on like border control, and we would have had to give all our details and fill all that information out, and so we couldn't get off the plane. And then there was like poor New Zealand's not the biggest like country, so there wasn't many flights going out of New Zealand, even if we were to get all that paperwork done. So they just decided that they would bring us back home to Sydney. So anyway, it was like 4 hours there, 5 hours in New Zealand, and then it was like another 3.5 hours home. Plus, it was just like a long. So it was like 12 hours of flying, but because you get the airport like 3 hours early, I got up at 3:30 a.m. to train beforehand. So it was just like a long ass day. Felt like a bit of a waste of time, which was like annoying. I just like hate wasting time and wasting money. I'm happy to give up time and like spend money, but like as long as it's kind of worthwhile. But just felt like such a waste. Anyway, and then we looked to rebook the flights because we were going to Pittsburgh for the marathon, and it was just going to be like such a debacle to get there. It was going to take 32 hours minimum. There's going to be 4 flights from Sydney to LA, from LA to Phoenix to Chicago, and then Chicago to Pittsburgh. It was just like, I was going to be another 32 hours on top of the 15 hours I'd already been traveling, and I was going to be there for like just over 2 days, and then have to do 24 hours home. So I spoke to the team. They were completely on the same page and said, hey, it's just like, just doesn't seem like it's meant to be. But anyway, it means I'm back in Australia, and it means that I get a few extra days at home, which, to be honest, I'm sad about that I'm not in Pittsburgh, but I'm also not mad that I get to spend some more time at home, because I was in America less than 2 weeks ago. It has been a crazy few months. So I feel like I've kind of got a bonus week at home, which is good. I can catch up in training, maybe catch up with my parents this weekend and see my family. And just settle into a bit more of a routine. I was also just like really worried that I might get sick if I did all of that travel. So anyway, that's where we are now. I'm about to walk into the cafe
I just had breakfast at home, which is amazing. I mentioned I coached all morning, which was great as well at Be All In. We are really humming at the moment. The gym, since I got back from America, has like, it was good before I went, but like, I don't know, I've just come back like so appreciative and happy with the gym we have, the community we have, and the culture we've kind of built and what we're continuing to build on. We've got starting to get the right people in the right places, and yeah, and really look to grow. Someone once told me you can have control or you can have growth, but you can't have both. And we're starting to finally trust other people and let go of some of the control because we want to grow. Anyway, I'm gonna go to cafe for a few hours, but I've got an exciting day. I've got a big training session this afternoon. We have a coaches throwdown, which we've now opened up to our members. So anyone from the community who wants to jump in with the coaches on a Friday afternoon, we have a staff meeting straight into a throwdown, so that'll be amazing. But I've got a meeting with Lululemon in Chippendale at like 1 o'clock today, so I'll take you along for that as well as just everything else I got up to today. Okay, so my meeting is at 1 o'clock with Lulu, so I'm going to go to the store first, pick up some goodies. Okay, big success. I actually had a few pieces I was going to return. Lululemon has an amazing range, but they have a lot of things that are like online exclusives, which means you can't actually get them in store, which means I'm often buying things online that I can't try on, and I'm kind of guessing, and I'm always between sizes because some things are like really big and oversized, but some things are like more fitted and tight. And then with shorts, like as well, I've got interesting shaped legs that I don't like things that are too tight, not too long. It's got to kind of be short enough that it's not too long, but it's also got to be loose enough. Anyway, I'm always experimenting with things, and sometimes they just don't fit the mold. So I just returned a couple of things from my most recent order, not everything, only a few, and then I picked up some more goodies. So my shopping little spree done. I'm now heading to Chippendale for a very exciting meeting. I think I can kind of share a little bit, but maybe not. I'm gonna share here, and I can always cut this out, but it is regarding Sydney High Rocks. Lululemon are going to activate in a very meaningful way. And yes, we're going to meet with the company who is going to bring it all to life. So a bit of a planning meeting of what it's going to look like, what the setup's going to be, what the activations are going to be, how we're going to incorporate the community and bring them in and include them and make it something really special. Everything around Sydney High Rocks, which will be in July 2026. So straight up 2 weeks after High Rocks Worlds in Sweden. I'll go from Sweden. I literally fly straight to America. Hopefully this time I get there for Athlete Week with BPN with everybody, which will be straight vibes. And then I'll fly from Austin back to Sydney for Sydney High Rocks. Anyway, let's go. Checking in. Just had a very exciting meeting with the team. I'm not permitted to share too much, basically anything just yet, but just know that Lululemon are going to be activating very heavily and meaningful around Sydney High Rocks, and it's just going to be a really worthwhile experience. I'm very excited for. So if you are coming to Sydney High Rocks in July, I think it's July 5th maybe, I will see you there. It's a 5-day competition, and we're going to have some really exciting things planned. Yeah. I can't say much for now, but I hope to see you there. I have just gotten back home. I just spoke to my story, actually, about seeing the presentation that Lulu just ran me through for the last hour, and the way they want me to be involved, and how over the past 12 months they've invested so heavily into me around campaigns and activations. It just makes me want to deliver and invest in them so much. And I always do want to do that, but when I see them do it for me, it makes me want to do it even more back to them. And it's the same way when BPN fly me to America and give me opportunities to talk on the podcast with Nick, and they invest in me, and it just drive such loyalty with me that just makes me want to invest back into them. And same way with Whoop, like I don't work with many partners. I keep them minimal, but I try and keep them like deep and have a rich connection with them. When Whoop invites me to go to the F1 with Maddie and we sit in the Ferrari suite, like that just makes me want to be the best representation and how can I add as much value to their business because they've added so much value to my life. So I feel like it's a really good takeaway that I've learned the lesson, which I have over time, but it's just like made me really reflect today that I want to continue to keep investing in other people, not just to get things back from them, but just knowing that the way it makes me feel, I hope then it makes other people feel seen and feel special. And then in turn, maybe it comes back to me one day. I feel like a lot of people in today's society are very entitled and feel like I'm only going to do something if I'm going to get paid, or I'm only doing this if I get something in return. They aren't willing to work for free. They aren't willing to sacrifice their time. But I just think that there's such value to being able to do those things, to invest in other people, to make sacrifices, knowing that in the long run it will come back to you. And I just think if a lot of people adopt that mentality, it's going to inflict like more positivity in the world. People are going to be more giving, and it's also just like hopefully going to make you more successful because you're going to have better connections and things will come back hopefully in spades. So that's my 2 cents that I've just kind of been reflecting on the drive home, and I hope you get something out of it because very valuable lesson. Okay, I'm now going to quickly run upstairs, get changed, and I'm going to head to the gym. We have a staff meeting at 4 o'clock. Me and Maddie were meant to podcast at 3 o'clock, but which is very funny, we have a schedule and we try and stick to it, but she said she just wasn't in the frame of mind to pod. She's had a few really exciting calls today for Beal and Media. Beal and Media, kind of killing it right now. Maddie signed some really cool clients from all over Australia, from very different demographics, not just sport and social media, but like businesses, trades, like physios, chiropractors, like some really, it's really, really cool to see that people are getting behind her, and it's truly only the beginning. We're looking to bring on some staff for BLM Media now, which is super exciting, and I truly think it's just the beginning. So watch that space. But anyway, she had a few really good calls today and was just kind of feeling inspired in that workflow, and didn't want to kind of, I guess, divert from that rhythm. So we're going to push the podcast to Monday. I'm going to quickly run upstairs, get changed, but we have a staff meeting at 4 o'clock before our coaches all-in throwdown, which we have on a Friday afternoon. All the coaches get together. We have a big sweat session at 4:30, and we've actually now invited the community to jump in. So anyone who's free on a Friday afternoon, who's part of our community, who's a member, can come throw down with us. So that's going to be really fun. Friday afternoon, they're always the best, and then a bunch of us will go get dinner afterwards because that's just how the week should end. Anyway, I'll check back in with you at the gym. So if you haven't been paying attention, I've been wearing this beanie like non-stop from Lululemon, and you should probably go and get one if you want unlimited swag. That's the only little logo on the front. I kind of wear it a little bit higher sometimes. Sometimes I wear it a little bit lower on my eyebrow, but I am going to take you through what I just got from Lululemon. All right, item 1. Cropped tank. That sits like quite high. I posted some things in my story, but we're going with that. It's the easy set short sleeve, but it's quite short. Love that. Oh, on the grey theme, I'm like on a long sleeve kick right now. I've got the metal vent tech. Actually got this in a size medium. So it's almost like a undershirt, like a skin shirt. I love wearing long sleeve with a tee just over the top. That's my vibe right now. Then, sticking with greys, we know that Lululemon Fast and Free half tights are the best in the game. Best in the game, hands down. Oh, it ain't even close. Fast and Free half tights, if I wear them alongside like up top, I'm wearing long sleeve t-shirt over the top, disaster, it's over. Then, oh yeah, this was like just on sale low key. Lululemon never had things on sale, but this white tank, Mile Maker, I think it is, or
Mesh mile maker. Bro, love me a singlet. And then, bro, you ain't gonna believe this. Arm sleeves. Black arm sleeves. I'm talking like marathon race day. Unlimited aura. Lemons. Big up to yourself, but seriously, go get the beanie as well. And I just had a heap of DMs asking where I got my glasses from. I don't know, bro. It's because I'm blind as hell. I just picked what was available. But I will try and do some research and get a plug for whatever they're called. But right now, I just know that I'm blind as a bat.
Hey Bailey, vlog. Say hi to the vlog, everyone.
Hi vlog.
Hi vlog. Rachel.
I feel like some judgment coming through the camera right now. How cute is my outfit? These are new Be All In coaches uniforms. Let me know what you think, guys.
But next week we want to have more of a formal meeting where we'll go over like a new meeting structure and also incorporate some like team development, vibe checking how we're going, keep it pretty casual, have open dialogue around how the programming's been going, how we feel like community and culture is, and just get feedback, because based off this, we can also then make sure we're hitting the right kind of coaches development next week as well.
First event, so we're kind of changing our Friday night class. The coaches usually go down on the Friday afternoon, but now we're going to open up to whoever wants to come. Okay, so instead of having two separate things, we're just going to make it one big thing. We're going to bring it to 4:30, and whoever can come, we'll throw down. If anyone wants to get dinner afterwards, we'll go eat. But today's session is going to be 2 minutes on, 1 minute off for 12 rounds at 6 stations, so we'll do 2 rounds of each. Rest. 2 minutes of max burpees to plate, minute rest. 2 minutes of echo, rest. 2 minutes of farmer's carry, rest.
It's not. I don't want to say it, but they might have a discount at the time. No, no side. The little jug discount. Not that I'd have a whole jug to myself. Maybe just like, I don't know, half. He's gonna learn. Hey, you coming tomorrow morning?
Yeah, I am. Because we're gonna do another sweat after.
You can partner with me in the morning. Alright, players. We're going to get sushi. Maddie's out with the girls tonight. And so a bunch of the boys are gonna go get an absolute feed at our favourite sushi joint, Rockio Sushi, Castle Towers, the sneaky spot. You only know if you know. That's gonna wrap up a fun little day. I should be in America right now. Sad I'm not there, man. But when life gives you lemons, you just make the lemonade, okay? You don't make the rules. You just roll with the punches. But yeah, I know that BPN guys are gonna be having so much fun and activating Pittsburgh Marathon so well. But I'll get the next one. Hello. How are you? What up? The vlog's out. Last week we went to Betty's Burgers and Betty shouted at everyone food, and the guy at the counter told Pat, "You're the weirdest guy I've ever met," and now we're gonna ask Pat why. What was your order?
Because I asked for an order and I got just beef and cheese, but I got a triple cheeseburger.
So what did you take off?
Like I took off bacon, onion, sauce, all 3 sauces.
All 3 sauces.
I asked for lettuce, but I didn't put lettuce on there.
So you just got, and you get an extra patty?
Extra patty, yeah, so triple cheeseburger pretty much.
Triple cheese.
Just bun and cheese and meat. It was good though.
Sounds awfully dry.
Was that your first time?
No sauce.
That was my first time at Betty's.
At Betty's?
Probably my last.
Betty's is good.
They're not gonna let me in there, bro.
Oh, no. So next week they're coming to the gym. But for that throwdown we just did, instead of us going there, they want to like sponsor and bring burgers to the gym. So you don't have to order this time, or they don't have to see you. We'll just order for you, and then you just get it delivered.
This time with lettuce.
With lettuce, please. Yeah. Pork gyoza and prawn gyoza.
One each?
Yes, please. Please get 2 sushis with just chicken and cucumber, please.
Chicken and cucumber without any sauce?
No sauce.
Oh, yeah, I remember you now.
And then
Baby one.
and a pork gyoza.
And pork
Just
gyoza.
normal, please.
That's alright. Pork gyoza has got a veggie or very great.
Yeah, very great. I'm experimenting.
That's good.
Weren't you fucking,
Parasite to feed it.
weren't you super sick?
So Slater just got back from his honeymoon.
Yeah, I didn't eat then, and then now I'm eating a lot. I get to work and I just eat all my work food.
Slater did 5 weeks in like Egypt and Jordan whilst there's a war going on. And he's come back with a parasite apparently.
2.
You should get
2 parasites.
Christy and...
So when he eats, he's got to eat for 2.
He literally goes, he's like, Dave's gonna come, he's not gonna be out yet. And I'm gonna tell him it's yours.
Alright, that's going to wrap the vlog. Thank you so much for tuning in to a day in my life. We have some exciting things coming up over the next few months. Very, very exciting things. I can't wait to share more on that soon. But for now, stay tuned. We'll see you next week.